Hey guys, it's Megan, Trevor, and Rory, and this week we're taking Rory on the road to Kokanee Creek Provincial Park. Kokanee Creek Provincial Park is located about 20 minutes outside of Nelson, British Columbia.
When we arrived at the campground, it's pretty obvious. There's good signage. It was pretty straightforward. Gatehouse check-in was manned, so it wasn't like one of those ones that you just drive through. The kid at the gate was pretty helpful actually, and they have a pretty good map to hand out, so that was awesome. And the Sani station does have a water fill, so you just drive past. Obviously you don't fill on the black tank flush hose, drive a little past that. There's a stand for fresh water, you can fill there. Streets are paved, so pretty easy drive, pretty easy parking. The sites are wide, the lane's wide enough that you can park pretty easily. No dramatic turns or jackknifing required. Just came right in. It was a little wet when we arrived, so we got Rory in the newt suit and let her stomp in the puddles with Grandma. She poked at slugs. She took a really bad fall, but that was her fault, not the campsite's fault. And well, it was actually probably Grandma's fault, but to be honest, that's what Rory said. And she scraped her nose. She had a bit of a bloody nose, but she got over that pretty quick when she saw that there was cinnamon bun to be eaten. And the first day we did our hike up the Pine Trail to the lookout, the canyon lookout. It was pretty cool, pretty simple trail. You could walk on it with the baby on your back, as Megan did, or you could run up it by yourself if you're just like an athletic type. These orange plants we kept seeing throughout the forest on the canyon trail, they're pretty cool. They're Columbia lilies, they're native to the area. And they were neat. We saw them out throughout the hike, and kind of a gem to watch for as we walked. And we also came across a few mushrooms, neat to look at, do not touch. These were poisonous mushrooms, and we did see stinging nettle around the site as well. Nothing to be afraid of or worried about, but just something to be aware of. At the top of the canyon trail, there's pretty cool falls, lots to see, and it's really accessible, really easy to get down there, safe. So built-in stairs, they're well fenced, and you could take kids there. You'd obviously want to keep a bit of a hand on them or wear them like Megan did, but really accessible, really easy to see, and worth the 10-minute walk. Nothing too strenuous. To get to the trails, we made the mistake. We went out past the gatehouse, and then you have to walk across the highway and then up their little service road. You're better off, there's actually the bridge on the highway. If you go over to the nature center and you follow some of the trails up the creek, the trails there cross under the bridge of the highway, and so you can just walk straight up. You don't have to jump across the highway. You can just walk up, and it's kind of cool going under the bridge. You can hear the cars going over. So that worked out pretty well, and that's where most of the trails and stuff are kind of centered, is around the nature center anyway.
One of the neat features about Kokanee Creek Park is the spawning channel. There is a structured walkway all along the side, and it's a really neat place to take kids and kids of all ages at varying times throughout the year.
The beach and playground area here is awesome. There are 2 sites. One is a double and one is a single. They're right across from the parking lot. I believe it's site number 13. It would be a great one to stay at. It's probably a little bit of a busier spot, but you'd be right by the playground. The beach is just after that. It's a little bit flooded right now, and you can see that here, but there's lots of sandy beaches, there's tons of picnic tables, and they're kind of tucked away in their own little areas with trees and some privacy, so that's kind of fun too. But lots to do, room for frisbees and kites, the playground's great, and lots of different options for kids.
Located within the park is a nature center. This is a great place to grab a coffee or an ice cream. They also have decals for those of you like us who like to decorate the back of your RV and collect them in each park you're at. Overall, we greatly enjoyed our time at Kokanee Creek Park. If we were to stay again, we would consider booking a site that was a little further away from the water, particularly near the creek, as our site was quite swampy. We appreciated how close to town this was, but also far enough away that you didn't feel like you were right in the city. The amenities are awesome at Kokanee Creek Park. The creek trails, the spawning channel, the well-serviced beach sites, it's overall excels in those areas. A great park to visit and bring the whole family. Don't forget to press that subscribe button and tune in next time to see where we take Rory on the road next.
Mama. Hi.